virgin. That's the glyph for Virgo, isn't it? What do you notice about it? Glyph there. Can you see the M? The M is attached to this glyph.
That's right, yeah.
That's the glyph for Jesus.
Yeah, Pisces, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is Pisces, because they use this for fish. Yeah? But they attach that onto the mother, to the M, which is Mary and her son. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this glyph is just Jesus' glyph that's attached to this, showing you Mary and the son. And that's why the sun is faint behind. So you can't really see it. So you can see at the end of the day, they're talking about, that's why they show you it down here.
That's right, yeah.
But this is just this attached to the M. M for mother and her son, which is Mason.
And I don't have to do it, I said it's got a fish symbol on it, I never really noticed it. I've seen it, but you know, I noticed it like that.
That's right. Because if you don't notice that the fish symbols are attached to it, then you don't know. So this is Pisces. So Pisces represents Jesus. Jesus is the sun in the background, and he sits here, and she sits on her lap with what? Corn, wheat. This is what the Romans used to call Ceres, the goddess of, this is where you get cereal from, wheat and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So in this one glyph, they're showing you, innit? She's the virgin, and her son, his glyph is attached to the mother, which is matter. Because mother in Latin means matter. Do you understand?
Mother in Latin means matter.
Yeah. Matter, when you say matter, it means mother in Latin. Control that for me there. With the Roman soldiers, they used to slap the boys on their bum, and they used to get a cross on it, and they used to call it hot cross bun. This is to do with homosexuality, the hot cross bun for Easter. That's what it's based on. But then you have to ask yourself, well, what is the symbol of the cross? Because you see, when you see the cross like that on the hot cross buns, you instantly start saying, well, it's Christianity, isn't it? That's why we put the cross there. Correct? But if you look at the cross used as Christian symbols, they include the Greek cross of equal arms, the X shape, St. Andrew's cross, the swastika, the Gnostic Maltese cross, the solar cross, the cross of Wu-Tang, and this is where Wu-Tang got their name from, yeah? And the cross development of the Egyptian also found as the cross of Venus. So in this book, what they're saying is this early cross, the Christians never used to use that. Matter of fact, this is what it says here, early image of Jesus representing him not on a cross, but in the guise of the what? Osirian or Hermetic Good Shepherd. This is why it was important. This is why it was important. Why, when you look at Tony Blair's, remember I showed you number 10? How much rays? 7. So what they're saying, Saturn, this is, the Semitic civilization referred to the god Saturn as what? El. The ancient name for Egypt, the ancient name for the Israelites, were called Saturn. Bible Myth and Parallels by Thomas W. Doyne. Let me show you what he says on page 39. Saturn, whom the Phoenicians called Israel. Why would the Phoenicians call Israel Saturn? There is no Israel in it. That's why the Jews wear black. That's why you always see them in black hats. Why you see them in black hats like this, right? And it's got a ring around it. Because the ring represents Saturn. And black is Saturn. And they dress in full black. Every time you see them in their courts, the judges dress in black. Because they represent the law of Saturn. That's why they have their nuns dress in black. Your pastors dress in full black, and they have a what? A white collar going around the neck. Like I said, Saturn is the only planet with rings around it. So really and truly, these are the priests of Saturn, who is Satan. Do you understand what I'm saying? For the Lord God is a sun and a shield. The Lord will give grace, and glory to no good thing will be held from them that walk uprightly. Now, I've seen people break this down online, and they're saying it's called a CME, coronal mass ejection. So every time the sun flares out, it flares towards the earth. That's the shield that protects it. And then it goes around the shield like a butterfly. That's why it does look like a bee's, right? So it goes round, and then it comes in, and this is how it warms the earth. But the shield, if this shield wasn't here, there'll be no life on earth. Because the sun would just strip everything instant. So the Father says, for the Lord God is a sun and a shield. And it clearly states S-U-N. I mean, if they've got more evidence to produce it, let them produce it. But I've just showed you what it means. A sun and a shield. You can't get no more than that. That's Mithra. This is Mithra, the sun god. Notice he's hat like a Santa Claus? And he's caped like Superman? Yeah. This is where they get all of their stuff from. But what is he doing, killing the bull? Who killed? There's the first two brothers in the Bible. What murdered? One brother murdered one brother. Cain. He killed his brother what? Cain. Kill. Who did he kill? Say it again. Cain kill a bull. Cain kill a bull. Bull. Not Abel. This is the story. Mithras, the bull, who he kills. The bull represents what? We're in the month of the bull now. What sign are we in?
Yeah, Taurus.
Thank you. What represents Taurus? Yeah. The bull. L. The bull. Remember when the Israelites, what were they doing when Moses came down with the tablets? A golden calf, all right? El, or La, El, God, in Numbers 24:8, God, La, had the horns of the wild what? Ox, the ox bull. Ox is the first word in Hebrew, right? We know the ox is Aleph. But the ox wasn't the first Bible. The ox wasn't the first letter that started the Bible. It was Beth. So Aleph wasn't chosen, but it was the second one, Beth. Beth is a female. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the ox means to goad. It means to start ploughing. That's why when you see the commercials now, what the commercials? Look at the commercials. Come to B&Q, get your paint, get your this, get your that, start doing your house, barbecue, because you're in the month of the bull. Because you're in that month now. Yeah? What's this place? It's a place in England. In England. Do you know what this is? This is Oxford. Where? Oxford. Oxford? Yeah. That's why you have Oxford University and you have Oxford Street. Ox. Who's the ox? The bull. The ox is the bull. Mithra, the sun god. So when the Romans was here, and they were up in this area, which you now call Oxford, they built a statue to the sun god. And when they left, all the Westerners done was just build up their best university there, and they call it Oxford. So Oxford really is the house of the sun. It's based on sun worship. You understand what I'm saying? Oxford, Eton is Atun. Yeah? Cambridge, Cam. And name me another one of their universities.
Cam. What's Cam?
Cam. Cambridge.
Yeah, what's the Cam called?
It's spelled C-A-M, innit? Yeah. The root. But it's Cam. Cam, as in Kemet, meaning black. Bridge is a bridge between the two worlds, the ancient and the new. But it's the same thing. Name me another one of their university. So if you look at Oxford University, all of the kids that go there wear full black, like judges. Yeah? Why? Because it's based on the laws of Saturn. Why would you think the kids will wear full black to that school? Because those are the kids that are coming up to rule your kids. They'll be the ones who you see in the House of Commons. It won't be your kids. Because in Oxford, that's what they're taught. In Oxford University, they've got a wine club in Oxford University. Do you know what that wine club is called? Bakos.
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 Which means?
Who's Bakos?
Is that a biblical thing?
You know who Bakos is? Bacchus. Bacchus is the ancient Greek god, isn't it? Yeah. Bakos. They spell his name like that. You've seen the god Bacchus. Yeah? But what is it about this name? Bakos is sometimes spelled Akos. But when you leave off the Latin, you get Ak. But in the English, this is Jack. This is where your Union Jack comes from. Akos, Jack, Bakos. Ak, or Jack, is the sun. It's just that's why I said to you, what was the ancient name for Jesus? The ancient name for Jesus was Jesu. This is how they used to spell it at one time. Jesu. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they're not using the Latin. But this is a play word on Zeus. All hail Zeus. This is what the Greeks brought in. So when you're saying Bacchus, the wine club for Bacchus in that place, even in Jamaica they have a place called the Bacchus Lounge, and it deals with alcohol, because Bacchus is the god of wine. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's right. So they called him Akos, but if you take off the Latin, you get Ak. Ak in English became Jack. Jack is the sun. Jack in the box.